What's up, everybody? I'm back here playing some Surviving the Aftermath. I'm gonna show you in the beginning here all the new buildings I got. It's a harsh winter. This really didn't go well. I lost people. Anyway, this thing is maintenance depot. So these are good because the area you put them in, they clean the contamination. So I have them on the toilets so that they don't get dirty. Um, These are the new shanties that I started making instead of tents. More protection from the elements, obviously, radiation protection. That one, this one's the improved shanty right here, and that one gives a happiness bonus. So, oh, and this right here is the improved burner, the boosted burner, so it puts off more heat in winter. That way you're not worrying about people freezing. What else? Okay, so this is the tailor, and they just make clothes every so often off the fibers that you have. Um, this is the battle arena. It took me a long time. These things are actually way more important than I thought. Uh, Excuse me, because the instant I got that battle arena, everything just shot up. And that's the scrapper, so they'll take metal and turn it into, scrap and turn it into metal. Okay, now, oh, there's one last thing. I forgot. So this is, what do they call it? Outpost Depot. Now, so, with this thing, you can take one of your guys at the top, the specialists, and you can turn them into a settler, and then you can send them to an area, and depending on what you put in that area, they will gradually send resources of that type back all the way to camp. So it's actually a useful way to get resources over time without having to worry too much. But yeah, that's the gist of everything that I have built and that you guys haven't seen quite yet. But like I said, this is a harsh winter, so I lost a lot of people, which sucked in the end, but it evened everything out and made like the happiness and stuff way better. So right now I don't have as many people, but they're better off and they're happier after the other people left and were disgruntled. And you'll see it here. I didn't have enough food. There's just a lot that goes on in winter that really sucks, and it screws your crop production. It slows everything down, essentially. It gives people hypothermia, and if they're out, then they can't work proper. So there's just a lot of terrible things that come with the winter. But eventually, a little bit after I was done totally recording this episode, I managed to even things out, but it was like really difficult. So my focus right now is to, not here in this episode, but in the future. This is probably going to be the last episode I do, unless I do another one way later down the line when I'm like more developed, just to show you guys. Because just getting to here, I've probably put 20 hours into the game, even though you guys have only seen a couple hours. But I put much more time into it than I have put it up on the internet. But there was a lot of stuff to overcome here for sure, and I ended up getting some upgrades that gave me, they gave me one more fish per pier, and that helped me out. That one's in the food tech tree, and lumberjacks really helped me even get through this without getting messed up, because it makes it so your logging camps and anything dealing with wood chopping, whether it's the firewood or the regular wood, you can put another person in there with the lumberjack upgrade.
We've made a new discovery.
But I think the next thing I really need to get is the irrigated farmland. So I had started, not here in this episode, but I'm just talking in general, but like, so I started building more wells because the irrigated crops, they constantly take water to grow at a more rapid rate, but the other bonus of doing that is that they don't freeze in the winter and you don't have to have a burner next to them, which I was like, that's hecka ideal, but it's a lot of points to get it, and thankfully my tech tree was developed enough that I could be like working on that, and that's what I'm working on right now, opposed to this video. But I'm probably just gonna leave the commentary there unless something major happens and I need to explain what's going on. So I'll pop in between, I suppose, and I will come back and sign off at the end. But uh, I just want you guys to be able to observe without me talking the whole time, in case you guys want to play it, that type of thing. So I will come back if there's something important, and I will be back shortly.
Yep. Ready. How may I help?
What you need?
Huh? What's up? All right. Yes?
A heavily armored truck screeches to a halt by the gate.
All done. Moving.
Mission complete. Can do.
All cleaned up. Okay.
Turns out a colonist has been secretly feeding rat beetles in the colony. The feeder is surrounded by an angry group of people demanding answers.
Okay, so this choice aggravated me because there was a guy in the colony who was like being a hippie and was like, "Oh, those rat bugs, they're not bad. They really don't hurt people, blah blah blah." And I was like, "No, I'm not even gonna let you have these parasites up in my camp because these things, if they hit your survivors, not only do they injure them, they can give them illnesses and sickness." So I was like, absolutely not. And he turned around and straight was like, "Oh, you're gonna do this?" And pretty much unleashed them on my colony in the middle of when I was doing some other stuff at a vital time. And I was like, dude. So I sent my squad and everything that I had, and I just straight gunned them down. And to make it even worse, I pretty much have my people go and harvest his pets and then turn them into food. So I was like really pretty cruel on that decision, but I wasn't gonna let them spread that infection because it's like wildfire. Like one of those survivors ends up getting an infection and they're walking around and it's just like boom, 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 people start getting sick. So that's why I made that decision. Not that I didn't like his pets, but more on the basis that they could really breed in and F up my camp. So I was not having that. And the one thing I forgot to say here is when you see like the green that's on the trees now, that means that you're roughly within a day to 2 days of being through the winter. That I found out. And that'll eventually thaw and your people will start being able to get fish again. Like that was my main problem here, is that everybody got really screwed on food because everything froze over. But I will be back if there's anything else I need to tell you. But I think that covers most of it, but I'll just scrub through everything and come back if I need to.
Job done. Consider it done. Huh?
How may I help? How may I help?
Yep. Check.
Your orders? You got it.
We have bandits at the gate. Huh?
These people have clearly been through a lot. They look frail, and are likely easy to overpower. But the look on their faces makes it clear they're desperate enough to do anything.
And then I totally forgot about this, and these assholes rolled up all desperate, and I was like, dude, I don't even have food for myself. And they turned on me, and they absolutely fucked up my gate,
Yes?
and it pissed me off because it took a bunch of resources to fix the gate. Not to mention they did it when I only had one specialist here, and for some reason you can't even have the specialist attack them, which doesn't even make sense because that's why they're there to even defend in the first place. So that logic totally fell short of me, and it doesn't make sense whatsoever. Because they're literally only fighting from the people in the gate and the guards, and not with the specialists that I literally have in front of the gate. Neither my guard nor the specialist would engage them when I tried to highlight them and put them to fight on this, and that is just ridiculous considering they are fighters and that is literally what they are there for. But in the end we did prevail. No, I mean barely, but we did.
Colonist died. There are survivors at the gate.
ragged bunch shuffles slowly towards the gate.
Well, that's all the time I got for this episode today, guys, so you know what to do. Take it easy. Take it easy out there and stay safe. And I will see you in the next episode.